I'm Dr. Mark Hauser. I'm the Chief Medical Officer of CorMedix. I was attracted to CorMedix by several things. Firstly, the people who were involved with the company, both internal to the company and external to the company. The therapeutic focus of the company was really a very good fit for me, and the science and technology was also of significant interest. My background is both clinical and business. I'm a nephrologist by clinical training. I spent 16 years in an academic environment, completed an MBA, spent 5 years with Johnson & Johnson in a variety of roles, including medical affairs, clinical development, and business development before joining CorMedix very shortly after the company was formed. Our two lead products, CRMD-001 and 003, are both progressing very nicely. CRMD-001, our initial indication, is prevention of contrast-induced acute kidney injury. We actually started a phase 2 trial last summer. We anticipate completing that trial in the second quarter of next year, and we already have an agreement with the FDA on a phase 3 program once we achieve proof of concept. CRMD-003, Neutrolin, is a catheter lock solution that would prevent infection and also catheter thrombosis. The initial focus is hemodialysis, central venous catheters. We actually hope to have approval of our IDE by the first quarter of next year and actually start what would be a singular pivotal trial in the second quarter of next year. Other programs that we have a program for prevention of chronic kidney disease progression with CRMD-001 deferiprone. We're in a planning phase for that particular program, trying to identify the appropriate population. That will take us several months to finalize the phase 2 protocol for that project, and we're hopeful that we might be able to initiate a proof of concept study for prevention or progression of chronic kidney disease sometime late in 2011. We also have a thixotropic gel, which is a special formulation that we may use ultimately as a substitute for Neutrolin. A thixotropic gel is a compound that is actually semi-solid without pressure being exerted, and becomes liquid when you actually put pressure on it, for instance, with a syringe. The advantage of this kind of a product is that it would actually stay completely within the catheter and potentially prevent the other primary complication of catheters, that being catheter thrombosis. The final product that we have actually is a catalytic iron urinary diagnostic test that is under preclinical development now. We anticipate having technical validation of the assay by the end of this year and hope to have clinical validation of the assay by the end of 2011. CorMedix has been blessed actually to have very talented, very prominent people as members of our scientific advisory board. Dr. Yoav Kabanchek, one of the world's experts in catalytic iron, it's been very instrumental in helping us not only with our diagnostic compound, our product, but also with decisions around treatment and dosing for other indications. We have 3 nephrologists as members of our scientific advisory board. Dr. Sudhir Shah, who was actually the inventor of the intellectual property around CRMD-001. Dr. Joe Bonventry, who's head of nephrology at Harvard, is an expert in biomarkers of acute and chronic kidney injury. And Dr. Giuseppe Ramuzzi, who is a very prominent clinical and basic scientist who's been involved in much of the very important clinical trials that have been done in nephrology over the last 20 years. Additionally, we have 2 cardiologists who have a specific interest and expertise in chronic kidney disease and kidney injury. Dr. Peter McCullough, who is one of the world's experts in contrast-induced acute kidney injury, and Dr. Chuck Herzog, who is the consulting cardiologist for the USRDS and a very prominent individual and has helped us a great deal in thinking about the cardiovascular implications of treatment with deferiprone in patients with chronic kidney disease. And lastly, but certainly not in any way the least important, Dr. Vivian Fonseca, who is an important diabetologist, since diabetes is such an important cause of chronic kidney disease. Vivian has been very instrumental in helping us think about some of our indications for chronic kidney disease.